Hi, I'm Pete Atherton, Community Expert at Apogo, and today I'll be talking to you about time management in teaching. I'll be talking to you about how to prioritise, and this is a very broad concept because it also takes into account how to please others with your work and, very importantly, how to please yourself. Firstly, prioritise. Initially, you might want to look at your quite intense workload and think, well, where do I start? What are the most important things? So you might want to list everything that you have to do over the course of a week and then place numbers next to them. What are the most important things? Are you going to start with the things that you find easiest to do, the things that are most pressing? So 2 tips that I would give you are, if they involve the kids and their future, they're really, really important. The other tip is get it right in the classroom. That was an inner voice that I developed quite early on in teaching. You've got so much to do, but sometimes you have to focus on and prioritise what's going into the classroom and getting that right. Secondly, you might want to think about how you adapt when your workload becomes overwhelming. Be adaptable. If something doesn't work, if it becomes overwhelming, rethink it and drop certain things and move certain things around. And that's how prioritisation can start to work. Next, pleasing others. This is not really what you might think. Okay, it's about pleasing managers, it's about pleasing the pupils and pleasing the parents. It's about being aware of data, being aware of your marking and your feedback and so on. But it's also about softer skills as well. It's very important to know how to use the likes of Sims and ProMonitor, to be aware of your school's Progress 8 scores and other attendant data. But what about the soft skills, the ones that will always be there? You must prioritise those to a certain extent. So make sure that you're prioritising humanising your students and not dehumanising them, praising them unconditionally and generously. You have to prioritise these things because they're crucially important. Finally, please yourself. This is really about the things that make the job enjoyable in the first place. One of those things is develop a sense of unconditional love towards your pupils, even though they might drive you mad sometimes. Also, you might want to think about the sense of altruism that you need to be a teacher. You'll become a selfless person who devotes themselves to other people day in, day out. And that becomes immensely satisfying as the job progresses. As you do this, you'll become more involved in the life of the school, which is also very rewarding too. You'll be going out on trips and to the theatre and away matches and so on, and it's great. And you start to get to know the families of the pupils that you teach, and you feel part of the community, and it feels very nice. Finally, you start to pull together as a department, as a school, have one vision, and you can contribute towards that. And that's immensely satisfying too, especially if you can get the pupils on board. Because even though you're an NQT, you're a leader, you're leading your classes, you've got an influence over your students. Thank you for listening to me today. For more advice on being an NQT, please browse through the videos below.